5 minutes to go in race 8. I got word from friend of the show, Bud Smith, a little earlier, and he has mentioned and now posted to a Facebook thread by Kelly McNiven that he is going to donate $50 should Western Canada happen to win this Drivers' Holiday Challenge. So they're in with a shot. They are 12 points behind Team West, 12 points behind Team Quebec right now, following race number 7. Here's that rundown. A Muscle up to gold, finished 8th. A Marvin Hagler 4th. 3 was scratched. Made a Magic 3rd. Working it on Broadway 2nd. A Classy Guy was 5th. Downstairs Party 7th. 7 Iron 6th. Yes, was a race winner. Louis Philippois just drove for the triple there. 3rd win on the night after taking the first 2 dashes on tonight's card. 4 minutes away from race number 8. We'll have some pick 4 ticket ideas coming to you shortly. Latest updates for the individual tallies following race number 7. Louis on top in a big way, 65 points. Second best, Phil Hudon at 48. Daryl Thiessen is at 42 points. That's 5 more than Sam Filion, who's got a few points on Lauren House and Austin Sorey that are currently tied for 5th. And then we got Paul McKenzie just ahead of Garrett Rooney. Those are the standings following race number 7. As the primetime racing show about to begin, they were scheduled to go off at about 8:30 Eastern this evening.
The holiday spirit meets the thrill of racing. The Drivers' Holiday Challenge at the Raceway at Western Fair enters its 6th year. 8 drivers will donate their earnings in support of Toys for Tots, ensuring children in need will have a brighter Christmas. It's a chance for harness racing to give back to the community and celebrate the spirit of the season. So cozy up by the fire, grab a cup of cocoa, and get ready for the Drivers' Holiday Challenge on Primetime Racing.
And then Ontario, Team Ontario with House and Rooney. They've got 57. Number 7, 3 minutes away. Race number 8 against Thompson by Flyer 8 and Black race 6.
Primetime Racing's final show of the year brings us to beautiful London, Ontario, and the Raceway at Western Fair. And we might have saved the best for last because this is the holiday special. It's the Holiday Driving Challenge in support of Toys for Tots. It's going to be a fantastic night. 6th edition of this great event. Everybody looks forward to it. A lot of energy going on here, and we've got pretty good conditions out there, all things considered, given the time of year. -1 Celsius, 30 Fahrenheit, a southwest wind at 33 kilometers an hour. The main thing, that track surface in great shape. The crew doing a nice job out there. As I, Chad Rosema, welcome you inside our studio location alongside, everybody knows this guy, James McDonald. Looking good, buddy.
Hey, thank you. I went with the lumberjack look. You went more festive.
A little festive, yeah. But no, I like the festive colors anyway, yeah. Fresh off a 5-win performance last night at Mohawk. I mean, you know, for the guys that predicted you'd win 6, maybe a little upset, but you'll take the 5.
Yeah, you know, you take it when you can get it. I think we were on our way out Thursday night. You asked me if I was even there, so I'll take the 5-win night as opposed to 0 I got Friday, Saturday.
So you can credit me for that. I kind of, you know, I needled you a bit.
Chad, you keep me hungry out there.
That's what I do.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I do. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Just as we are here tonight again, just you know, a great cause. First time I've been a part of this, which is fantastic. Happy to be here. The great folks at Western Fair at the Raceway here, you know, organizing all of this. along with Kelly McNiven, who kind of takes the lead. But it's just such a great event. I know one that you've been a big part of, not only driving in it, winning it a couple of times, but also doing this part at the desk. And we've got a bit of a different setup this year. It's teams this year. Like you've done teams before, and now it's regions and teams of 2, and we're going to give everybody the point breakdown and how it's going to go. One thing to note, because there are a bunch of scratches tonight, if a horse is scratched in that event, I think we only had one also eligible drawing, that driver will automatically get 5 points. But what do you think of the format they've gone to this year?
I love it. I always love Greg Blanchard. He always thinks outside the box, and Western Fair is a real leader in horse racing for doing that. Love a driver challenge in any way, shape, or form. But when you add a little team event to it, it makes those guys super hungry out there. And there's a lot of trash talk. I slipped over to the paddock before I came over here. The guys are hungry and they're all over each other. So expect some tough racing. We already saw Louis get rimmed there a couple races ago. Yep. But it's every man for himself. But there's a little team event involved, and you'll be sure if Team East, Team West, Ontario, or London is in the hunt, they'll be driving accordingly.
Yeah, what team would you be rooting for, Maritimes or Ontario? Where do you go?
I definitely root for the Maritimes.
Okay.
Always rooting for the Maritimes. Right. Big Paul McKenzie fan. He helped me out a lot along the way when I was getting started. So he was on our team when we won a couple of years back. So definitely cheering for Austin and Paul. But it looks like Louis and Sam are off to a good start.
All right, let's bring in another member of our broadcast team, John Rallis. I mean, anytime there's an event going on, we know we can find John there. It doesn't matter if it's here in Canada or south of the border. John's standing by in the paddock where, John, you're going to feel that energy from these guys competing tonight.
Pleasure to be here again, just like you, my first time being a part of this event, and what a pleasure it is. And I've been here for a couple of races already, and we can definitely feel the energy. What we want is good competitive racing, which is what we're going to get, and what we want is a pretty tight scoreboard, and that's also what we have, pretty tight between Quebec and Western Canada right now. I know Quebec leading the way, but this is just all for a great cause. We see a lot of drivers donating their time, a lot of which are going to be donating a portion of some of their earnings as well tonight. So just an incredible night, plenty to look forward to, and most importantly, it's all for a great cause.
All right, so good to have John here with us tonight. Looking forward to the action. John's going to be providing some nice tidbits from the paddock and chatting with the guys. We're just going to have a fun time tonight here.
Oh yeah, we're going to have a blast, Chad. A little disappointed in John. He just went with the all black look, black gloves, black jacket. I mean, this is a Christmas show, Christmas event, and would have liked to see a little more effort from him tonight.
It's maybe a Tim Burton kind of Christmas spirit from him, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's what it is. We'll get him to sing a carol before the night, so maybe we'll do that. All right, so all 11 races, part of the Holiday Driver Challenge. We're going to be covering 4 right here on the program, 8 through 11, as John talked about. So we've already got 7 in the books. We've been able to kind of keep track, see what's going on. So let's see how things have been shaking out. And I would have to say, coming into this competition, Louis Waugh, along with Sammy Filion, who's having a huge year, and dominating on the B tracks, you would think, if you were to favor a region, maybe they'd be the favorite for Quebec coming into tonight?
Yeah, Chad, I would say if I was to take a online wager early, it would have been Sam and Louis may have been slight favorites. So you get a half-mile specialist like Louis Waugh and a rising star like Sam Filion just putting on a clinic here this season in London and all over Ontario. So definitely a great event with a lot of great drivers. Great to see Phil Houdon get off to a good start. He's been a popular guy for a lot of years on the smaller track circuit before he went to Mohawk, and he's the life of the party out there. He'd be a lot of trash talk going on coming from Phil, I guarantee it.
Yeah, Louis able to kick it off with a couple before Lauren House got it there in race number 3. And then Sammy Filion getting into the action as well with Lord Anthony. When I was watching this race from just outside here in the grandstand, actually I thought this was Louis, but again the colors just fool me with those guys. They're from the same town, they wear the same colors basically,
and they sit a lot the same in the bike. They're really hard to pick out.
With their stashes, when they've got stashes, they look similar.
Even I think they grew matching mullets the one year. They're quite a pair of those two.
Yeah, that's a trend. Austin Sorey getting some success there in race number 5, up in the 6th race. You and I watched this one together outside. inside. Daryl Thiessen right down the road, even turned away Louis Waugh with the big favorite Royal Leaf. Pajamas optional, good to go there at a nice price too.
Yeah, this is where we're going to start to see some hardball as the points get to become at a premium, and you can be sure Louis banked that one in there. You'll see no Daryl removing on Louis anytime tonight.
And then Louis drew in with a horse from the also eligible, one that you know well, and he knows well in Yes, and that one was an easy winner. So as we look at the leaderboards, Louis Waugh leads the way in individually there. Phil Hudon having a great night. He just continues to kind of have a bunch of horses up up in the top finishes. Daryl Thiessen as well. So that certainly helps, Western Canada with Phil and Daryl representing that. But Louis, Sammy's in fourth, so they're sitting pretty as well. And then you get Lauren House, followed by a couple of Maritimers in Austin Sori and Paul McKenzie, and then Garrett Rooney. But this is far from over.
Oh, yeah, long way to go.
Yeah.
These driver challenges are all about staying patient, but definitely getting off to a good start will help your confidence for Team Quebec and Team West Coast. I know leaving the paddock last night, Daryl Thiessen was throwing up some West Coast banter, and he was already started. So I know he'll be vocal out there. He'll be having a lot of fun. This is a great bunch of guys that are doing this for a great cause, and what a great event that's raising a lot of money for Toys for Tots.
Yeah, and Daryl, speaking of him, a guy that more and more now you're getting to drive against him as we're seeing him at Mohawk Park on a more regular basis, and he's enjoying a career year and just taking some opportunities that he's getting there.
Yeah, I don't want to take credit for him having such a hot season, but I remember after when he got hurt, he was thinking about making a move back to the States, and I said, get your butt back to London and grind out. The people love you there. The guys love you. The trainers love you. Just start banging away again. And it's great to see him. He's had a couple of bad injuries that have set him back. And then to get the kind of season he's had this year, it's great to see. Daryl's a very likable person and just a super guy. So great to see as well. Having a good day today.
Yeah. What makes this track, a better half miler than most of the others?
It's a tough one. It's tight, but it's still fair. Like you want the front, but when everyone wants the front, you can still win off the pace. So
track's always good.
The track
always seems to be in great shape.
How bad was your drive down today?
Not good.
It
wasn't good.
It rained the whole way here.
Yeah, freezing rain.
Freezing rain. It was not a good drive. And then we get here, the track is perfect. The guys don't have a piece of dirt on them. The kudos to the track crew. They knocked it out of the park tonight.
Yeah. Talking strategy on here, typical to most half-mile tracks. You got an inside post, you already feel like you've got an edge over others.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to waste an inside draw. Some horses, you're just a victim to what the horse likes. But Atlas Hanover in the 8th here, he likes the front end. He's got lots of gate speed, but. You want to be close in London. It's not somewhere where you're going to see a 4-high swoop unless they go crazy fractions up front. So if I'm a betting man, I look for the French Connection to stay hot here. 2 and 8 are definitely ones that look like they can play.
Yeah, well, we're going to continue on with this Holiday Driver Challenge here at the Raceway Western Fair in support of Toys for Tots. Well underway. It's been such a great night already. We've got 4 races for you to enjoy right here on Primetime Racing. Welcome to everybody who's joining in. We're going to head upstairs. Track announcer Sugar Doyle's got the call of race number 8.
Shout out to those tuned in and turned on to Primetime Racing's final show of the season. You've got Chad, you've got John, you've got the King, James McDonald on board for the show. Here come your Pacers. Race number 8 of 11. They're off. It's on. Wild Duck Holiday. McKenzie wants a killer crossover in play tonight. He's going to try for it, though. Phil Hudon gets away cleanly from the rail with Odds on Carmel to assume command here. Odds on Carmel depositing Wild Duck Holiday in for the 2-hole ride. Price players are 1-2 on their way to the opening quarter. Don't Poke the Bear got away nicely to be up close in third. 4th best away. Along the inside, currently, was Atlas Hanover, though Filion got him right line. That's going to force the hand of Don't Poke the Bear. So here comes an action-packed 8th in London. 28 flat heater to start things up here for 9-1 leader Odds on Carmel. Don't Poke the Bear coming to him now for Thiessen Inside, traveling third is Wild Duck Holiday. Looking to catch up to the cover out there in fourth. Atlas Hanover buried in fifth. Harper's Hat-Trick. Setting it up third over. The Beware Horse scratching an itch. Then came LA Sun Control, and at the back of the pack, Hazy Coast, following a halftime of 58-2. Going to be 4 in, going to be 4 out with 3/8 left to go here in the 8th. Still on the lead, Odds on Caramel, though that lead is down to a quarter length, being pressed along by the attacker, Don't Poke the Bear. Inside, traveling third, Wild Duck Holiday. Stalling on the outside was Atlas Hanover. Way up on the outside. Here comes Scratching an Itch. Wah, trying to grand slam early on this card. Scratching an Itch keeps on coming in the 3-wide path, and from way back, Hazy Coast out about 4 or 5 deep on this final turn, knifing through. LA Sun Control's got some pace into the stretch they turn. Show 'em if you got 'em time. Don't Poke the Bear, scratching an itch with that green shadow roll for McNiven on the line first. Was in for 4. Hazy Coast from last is in a place photo with Don't Poke the Bear. 158-4, scratching an itch, you betcha.
Well, you know, we talked about an inside post being an advantage here, and Phil was taking advantage of that with Odds on Caramel. The problem is he got pressured the whole way by Don't Poke the Bear, who didn't he race his guts out. I mean, raced awesome.
That was a heck of a trip halfway down the lane. It looked like he was going to, you see a little whip throw there. Daryl at Louis late in the mile. The shenanigans have begun in London.
But Louis gets his third of the evening here so far, Scratching Itch, and I know this is a horse we didn't get much time to talk about horses we liked, but you've got it written right down here. You know, he was a horse you liked going into this race.
Yeah, I put a star by his name.
Yep.
And not much of a drawer, but that usually means it's good to go. We've seen this horse, like you said, off camera. It pops at Mohawk every now and again when it comes up, and Louis just gave it a perfect drive. A lot of times in these driver challenges, it gets so aggressive out there, and sometimes you just got to sit and wait. And another perfect drive, and the guys are finding out tonight why it's not a lot of fun to race with Louis Waugh.
Yeah, and it's not that they necessarily went blistering fractions, but it's that 30-3 on the end of it. So if you are a horse that's, you know, going to be getting off to a slow start, which isn't always ideal on a half-miler, that's exactly what you're looking for it to kind of, you know, fall in your lap, per se.
Exactly, yeah. It sets up good, and Louis had him in a perfect position again, and just dialed in. And when he gets rolling like this, I've seen it before. He's tough to beat, and he might not be done yet.
Yeah, no, scratching an itch again. Louis Waugh doing well there, but Don't Poke the Bear again. You know, racing his eyeballs out for a good buddy of ours, Ken Middleton. You know,
great guy, Kenny.
Yep.
We miss him at the track.
Big
I know
time.
You're filling in amazingly when you do, Chad, and it's great to hear you out there. But Kenny has always been the voice of Mohawk since Frank Salive, and we definitely miss him.
And me included, we all want him back yesterday. You know, so hopefully Kenny can get back to doing what he loves in the near future. But right now, I know dealing with a couple of horses that are racing very well. We're going to get a couple of his actually on tonight's program. So Hazy Coast, I believe, got up for third for Garrett Rooney, if I'm not mistaken. This is another one I think that's come over to Mohawk Park at times.
Yeah, I've seen the gray around once in a while. Not for a little bit, but Team Horner usually has them ready to go, and it raced great last start, raced great again tonight. So he's moving up in class and looks like he's set for a good winner.
Scratching an itch from the second tier for Scott McNiven, Lenore and Eric Prince. Louis Waugh driving the 3-year-old son of Sunfire Blue Chip to what's his second win of the year, his fourth overall in his career. Last year was able to win at Mohawk Park in 53-2, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he did that in upset fashion. He was considered a long shot morning line wise at 10-1, but ended up going off at 3-1. So Hazy Coast actually got up for second, so that wire tricked me there. Don't Poke the Bear ended up finishing third with Wild Dog Holiday fourth. So you've got an 8-6-4-7 unofficial top 4 on there. Don't Poke the Bear ended up going off as the race favorite, and probably had he not had to spend his mile on the outside, he would have been a tough one to beat.
Yeah, like you said, won a gigantic trip. It's a tough move when you leave a little bit and you end up in a tough spot like that. You want to be aggressive and try and get to the lead, but sometimes you get just aggressive enough to put yourself in a tough spot. And and that happens all the time in a half, and that's why they race the race. And the horse raced very, very well, and hung around for third. Probably deserved a little more. Yeah,
and we know Louis having a great night along with some others, but again with his third win so far. As a driver, when you're obviously his fourth win of the night. Excuse me, I'm selling the guy short. He's got 4 wins so far in the night, but Louis, going. At Mohawk, obviously it's where he drives on a nightly basis, a much bigger track. This is where all you guys kind of start on a half mile. You know what? That's just kind of what it is. But do you have to adjust much when you're not driving here as much anymore? When you come back here?
No.
Or is it like riding a bike?
I think it's like riding a bike, especially when you're a guy like Louis that's racing a lot everywhere all summer. He's what we call in horse racing tight. He's fit. He's ready to perform at his highest level, and when you drop him on a half-mile track, it's just like he's probably more comfortable on a half. He grew up on the fairs racing in Quebec and Three Rivers, so he's got tons of experience doing it. He's a guy that enjoys it. I know it might take you a race or so, but once you get in the swing of things, you gotta turn the aggression up a little bit and just try and find trips that work on a half might not work somewhere else.
All right, let's take a quick time out. We're just getting started here on Primetime Racing's coverage of the Holiday Driver Challenge at the Raceway Western Fair. Season's greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Primetime Racing's coverage of the Holiday Driver Challenge here at the Raceway Western Fair in support of Toys for Tots, our first of 4 races on tonight's broadcast. In the books, official, it was the 8th scratch and an itch. Louis Waugh with his 4th driving win of the night, so he's won half of them so far. $8, $4.70, and $3. The 6 Hazy Coast getting up for second, just over a very hard-earned third for Don't Poke the Bear. Almost felt bad for him not getting the place for how hard he raced in there. A nice exact, over $70 in there, and a superfecta if you happen to have the 8647 combination for $1 more than $624 the return. So that's in the books there. We'll continue to update you throughout the night, of course, with the leaderboard and how things are going. Louis was already leading the way going into this. And again, it's into teams this year, into regions. But to go back to so you won this in 21 and 23. 23 was when you were team captain. Tyler Borth was the other team captain. So that would have been, I guess, teams of 4 altogether.
It was like a kind of a fantasy draft.
Okay.
So we had.
Do you remember who was on your team that year?
I think it was me, Paul McKenzie.
It was only 2 years ago.
Nat Day.
Who's won this before?
Yeah, she's won it before. I can't remember who the 4th was. I remember it was, I think it was Daryl, maybe Scott Ray, Jason Ryan on the other team, and Tyler Borth. I'm missing someone. I can't think of who it was, but they were an integral part of our team.
Yeah. Well, and there's a look at the past champions. So the first year of this, it was a dead heat between Mark St. Louis and Bob McClure. And then there you got it in 2021 that day. We just talked about winning this in 2022. And then you and your team getting back in 23 last year, Lauren House, who's made his presence felt here tonight too. He's got a win and a couple other in-the-money finishes as part of Team Ontario. So again, all of this in for a great cause, in support of Toys for Tots, whether it's toys or cash donations, whatever it may be, and they do such a great job. They've already raised more than $50,000 since this began. This is the 6th edition of it. For more on that, let's learn about the Toys for Tots charity.
Toys for Tots Canada is based on the United States Marine Corps Toys for Tots. So our history goes back about 27 years when I was a corporal in the military a long time ago. And we started off small with one family, and then we decided to add a few more. And then up to this date, we're up to 5,000. So we have operations right now in Ottawa, the GTA, and also in London. And London covers all the way down to Sarnia and Windsor.
One thing about the horse racing community, it's as competitive as it comes. But then, you know, when times are tough or when people need something, the racing community are there and they step up every time. And this event, I think, is a real testament to that. So on behalf of Western Fair, I just want to send a big thank you to all of the horse people who go above and beyond, especially Kelly McNiven, who's stepped up and is such a big part of the sponsorship initiative. And of course the customers and the fans who support this cause as well. And we just look forward to another fantastic event this year.
Kelly and her family have been absolutely incredible. The community's been more than welcoming. I've met many of the riders, I've met many of the people in the community, and I just can't believe the hospitality and how kind and generous they are. So it's absolutely incredible. I've been around a lot of people, seen a lot of things, but this community specifically is absolutely family orientated and just heartwarming. The primary way somebody can get involved is by donating a toy to us. They can go to, here in London, the Masonville Centre, or they can go to any Canadian Tire store and drop off a toy. Better yet, come and see our operations center at the Agriplex at the Western Fair District, and they can drop off a toy there. If you are not able to do that, we welcome people to go to our webpage, toysfortotscanada.com, and from the comfort of your home, you can donate online.
standing alongside the team leaders here, Team Quebec, Sammy Filion, as well as Louis Philippot. We're going to start off with you, Sammy. You guys have a pretty comfortable lead. I mean, how are you feeling about it so far tonight?
I'm thankful for Louis to get all those wins, and then let's go, Louis.
You know, obviously, a guy that you're very close with, and just for you, what's it like, obviously, sharing this stage with him? And not only that, I mean, what's it like sharing this stage, knowing what's at stake and the cause for it?
Well, like, I don't spend enough time with him for sure because we're racing, like, I'm racing every night of the week, and he's at Mohawk, so just to come here today with him in a car, it was fun, and it's, like, you know, it's going to be fun after the races. We just kind of enjoy it, and then it's just fun, right?
Don't sell yourself short either. You've got to win to your name as well and to the team's name. So congrats, Sammy.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring in Louis Philippot. Louis, the last time you and I interviewed here in this paddock, I believe I did cost you maybe potentially a berth in the National Driving Championship. So, James, I did provide you a little bit of an assist in that regard. You have a big enough lead now. I don't think I can I'm hoping I don't hurt your chances tonight.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a little bit more prepared than I was last time. I looked at the program before to come and talk to you because I know you can mess me up bad. Just kidding, no. But it's fun. It's fun to be here, and we're having a good go. Sam's pretty humble on himself because the one time he had a good shot, he delivered, he won the race, and then he had a couple seconds, 1 second and a third for sure. So he's having a good tournament too.
And you know, obviously, there's been some banter and some side wagers as well. I know that James and local driver J.R. Plant, who's siding with you guys on Team Quebec, they've got a side wager. I don't know what the terms are. I think those are undisclosed. What does it mean for you to, I mean, obviously you want to deliver for J.R. Plant, but, you know, what does it mean to take a little bit of money or other stuff out of James's pocket?
Well, I just hope that JR didn't give him James didn't give him even money to JR because it's unfair. You know, we knew coming here we were going to be favorite, and it's still early in the tournament, but I hope we finish it up and deliver for JR.
Keep it rolling, Louis.
All right, thank you.
All right, Chad, James, I tried to bring a little bit of Christmas spirit here. Now I got the Santa Claus hat on.
All right, so I'm not getting all of that interview, unfortunately, but I understand there's some money at play outside of the money that's at play.
Yeah, well, I had to back the East Coast contingents there, and JR was more than obliged to jump on Louis and Sammy's bandwagon. But no, that's what it's all about. It's a great tournament. It's a lot of fun. The guys, it's great to see. You know, you're out there competing, wanting to do your best, raise as much money for charity as you can, and make as much for the owners as you can. But it's at the same time, you got to enjoy it. You got to have fun, and it's just it's a great event.
Yeah, and everybody, I mean, you know, with this event, I mean, there's so many people that are giving back here. I mean, from the drivers to the horsemen to the sponsors to, you know, just all the donors as well, whether it's with, you know, toys or, you know, cash donations, whatever it may be. Everybody just kind of rallies together. You know, but Louis specifically, he's one that I think in every January he'll donate his night's earnings as a driver back to his hometown, I think to a food bank there, right, in Montjoly?
Yeah, I can't remember the charity he does, but he does it every year.
Yeah.
He picks a day, and I believe you're right, in January around Christmas time, and donates all his earnings back to Mount Jolie. He's a proud Quebec native and always happy to give back. Louis, he's a very generous guy, and he'll never forget where he comes from, that's for sure.
Now, from a handicapping standpoint, looking at this next race, so we're scratched down to a field of 7. The 7 is out. Paul McKenzie's had 2 or 3 of his horses scratched tonight, unfortunately. So he's going to get 5 points, but, you know, Paul would obviously love to be in there and get the chance of 15.
Yeah, and I believe one of them's later on with the rail picked for second. So, I mean, you never want a horse like that to be scratched. Sometimes 7-hole, 12-1, you'll take the 5 points
true.
In a competition. You'd still like to be out there with the guys, but, you know, he's a gladiator, and he's always looking to do the best he can with what he's got.
All right. One of the main integral parts of this whole Holiday Driver Challenge that really, you know, has kind of helped get it going to what it's at today is Kelly McNiven, and she's standing by with John Rallis.
Thanks, guys. And Kelly, first and foremost, congratulations on another successful venture here, Toys for Tots. And just kind of want to get you've been doing this event for 5 years now. I mean, what's it been like? And just talk about the preparation that goes into it.
Yeah, so a lot of preparation goes into it, and I'm not the only one. My mom helps out a lot, Kim McNiven, and then the Brickmans have really helped a lot, especially this year, Brinsley Brickman and Aaron Brickman. And what goes into it is really us just posting and advertising, looking for donations for this event from our horse industry. So any monetary donations that are given, we use to go buy toys, and some people donate physical toys to our toy locations that we then give all the toys to Toys for Tots. It truly means a lot just being from this area and then being able to represent our horse community because we do come together and we are such a strong industry for these things, so it's great to be able to represent that.
And how did this idea all come about?
Trevor and Shannon Henry were the first ones to spearhead this and come up with the toy drive. They did it the first year. They weren't able to do it the following year, so that's when I decided, hey, somebody needs to step up and be able to continue this because it is such a great cause. And like I said, our horse industry really steps up in these moments, so it's great to be able to show what we do and how important we are.
You know, obviously, we've been privy to doing this on Sunday nights the last few years, but doing it on a Tuesday night this evening, but still a great showing. And you have to love the competition that's going on out there. Everybody seems to love the cause that they're doing it for.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really great night of racing, and it's really cool this year that they were able to do different regions, so having different drivers in the competition each year, so we're not seeing the same faces. Having Louis Philippe Waugh here from Mohawk, Phil Houdon, who's also from Mohawk, so they're not here on regular nights, and having some of our regular faces compete against them is awesome to see.
Kelly, it's been another successful venture, another successful year. Thank you for everything that you do, and we look forward to future years as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, Chad, James, back to you guys.
I mean, you know, young McNiven, Kelly, just a great job. And I mean, we can't thank her enough for what she's done and what she's helped turn, you know, this event into.
Absolutely. She's such a young person, and to just work tirelessly to make this event what it is, and just volunteer those hours. And it's great to see it, especially around this time of year, and especially when you're talking about kids at Christmas time. Being a father, both of us. I mean, you can't imagine your little one not getting, you know, an exciting Christmas. So good on Kelly, great job, and I hope she keeps working hard, and it's a great event for a long time.
All right, we're going to take a quick peek at the updated leaderboard. Louis Waugh expanding his advantage. He's sitting there with 80 points right now, in large part, obviously, to the 4 wins that he's got. Phil Houdon still there in second with his teammate Daryl Thiessen just in behind. Sammy Filion still into the mix there as well. We continue on. It's another one coming up. Anybody that maybe quickly intrigues you here? It's a tough race. They're kind of all struggling, other than Kenny's mare coming off a win.
Yeah, and I like the East Coast connection to get some points here. Hopefully, Paul McKenzie's got 5 already, but I think Austin could get it all in here, and that could do big things in bringing this competition tight for the last couple races.
All right, upstairs we go. Here's Sugar Doyle with the call of the 9th.
Picking up speed. Here they come. They're off, and check out that gate leave, crossing right on over long before the turn. Pretty Missy May. She has set the table early for Austin Sorey. Away for the 2-hole ride, Miss Sophia Rose, and then in third, Wine Delight. She gets the race up close in this one. She is third, traveling fourth, Rose Ricky. And then in the 5th spot, Pink Quartz for the back tier spot. Next to last was Seal the Dark. Something Royal would have to circle them. Single file up and by this quarter mile. 29-3, looking very comfortable here going into turn number 2. Pretty Missy May tapping it up unchallenged with Miss Sophia Rose tracking second. Wine Delight continuing in third, though she's thinking about it. Traveling in fourth. Rose Ricky's going to flush out. Wine Delight to travel first up for Rooney. Pairing up on this half-mile approach. Here comes Wine Delight rushing and brushing here. Up against it with Pretty Missy May, who's going to take her on. A third quarter beatdown coming up. Following a halftime of 1:01. It was 31-2 for the front-end speed through the second quarter. Pretty Missy May up and at her. Travels Wine Delight, gapped off in third. Miss Sophia Rose coming through to be fourth was Pink Quartz. Out there in fifth, Spinning Wheels, Rose Ricky. Then came Seal the Dark. And last and trailing, Something Royal up and towards 3/4. 2-horse breakaway here. Pretty Missy May broke the beam at 3/4. 130 flat. She was 29 flat through the third, and Wine Delight was drafting for a bit. Now she's back out and challenging. Wine Delight going a big one, 5-2. Price Players here with an 8 left to go, and now joining them in third, Miss Sophia Rose saving ground throughout here as Pink Quartz showing up late. Almost there, Pretty Missy May, Wine Delight, Miss Sophia Rose. Pretty Missy May downtown in London for the Austin Sorey driving double, 2:01 and 2.
Down the road, Pretty Missy May, the only one coming into this race tonight off of a win, so she goes back-to-back. Your Maritime connection gets a win that you predicted. I mean, pretty much what sealed the deal was the breather she got in the second quarter, because she needed that to be able to fend off Garrett Rooney when he took a run at her.
Yeah, I think they call that the East Coast Snuggie, Chad. Yeah. He had them.
Who invented it?
Probably Paul McKenzie, to be honest,
right.
around in this area. He made front, and he had them just sawing logs back there asleep, and put the sleeper hold on them, and that was it. He needed it late, like you said, because he took a heavy challenge from Garrett Rooney and whined a light, but it was Pretty Missy May.
Yeah, and I guess we shouldn't be surprised if she got the front as easily as she did, because when you can, look at her line, especially on the Haas, I mean, she could fly right out of there.
Yeah, and that's a real weapon in these classes. If you got gate speed, you can usually, slide a little breather in. It's tough to get past on a half-mile track. So Austin's the dash leading driver in Canada this year, and that's why.
Yeah, that's right. He is having a huge year, and just returned from a trip to Sweden too.
France, yeah.
Oh, France, sorry. Yeah. And able to represent well there. So Pretty Missy May gets the win over the one Wine Delight. That was Garrett Rooney. Sammy Filion third with the 3 Miss Sophia Rose, and Louis Waugh finishing fourth with the 8 Pink Accord, 6-1, 3 and 8. The unofficial finish in race number 9. We're just halfway through our primetime racing coverage of the Holiday Driver Challenge here at the Raceway at Western Fair. We'll be back after this short timeout for more coverage. Welcome back to Primetime Racing's coverage of the Holiday Driver Championship right here at the Raceway in beautiful London, Ontario, at Western Fair. The 9th race is in the books, and it was the Maritime getting the win here in Austin Sorey, getting Pretty Missy May to a wire-to-wire victory, 5-2. I'll be honest with you, I think that's a generous price on one that looked like the best going into this race.
Yeah, and I think it's just a case of the bettors saying, you know what, we missed on Louis Waugh 4 times already. We're not getting fooled for a 5th time.
She was 3-2 and probably shouldn't have been.
It took a lot of support, but that's, you get a hot driver, and you see it all the time at every track in North America. The bettors, they get on a hot driver and they try and ride the confidence train. And
100%.
Unfortunately, Louis, he didn't have the horse to get it done on that particular case, but was able to still bang out 4th and get some much needed points.
Yeah, so Pretty Missy May, 720 to win. Decent little exacta payoff there as well. $23.80 for that $2 exacta return. So that's 2 down, 9 total for the challenge. Now it really starts to get serious. We'll get that updated leaderboard in a short little while, but 2 more opportunities for these guys to try and gain on Louis Waugh and see if they can mathematically. I'm not even sure if it's possible. We'll have to wait and see once we get that update. Where we're going to go, though, back to the paddock. John Rollis got some coverage for us.
Here with a couple of guys who are always smiling, a couple of team members from Western Canada, Phil Hudon as well as Daryl Thiessen. And Phil, we're going to start off with you. It's not often that Daryl can say that he's the vet. I mean, this is your first time participating in a competition like this. Just talk about the experience for you tonight.
It's a good experience, fun, great group of guys, and we're having lots of fun. The horses I got a few live ones we're picking at the board, so it's pretty good, and it's a good cause. So.
Absolutely great cause, and of course, great cause. And with the big holiday nearing up, it's Christmas time. And I'm going to put you on the spot now, Phil. I mean, what is your ideal or dream Christmas gift coming up?
What?
Ideal or dream Christmas gift. What is something that Phil Hudon wants for Christmas?
I'll take another big gym to drive next year.
Appreciate it, Phil. And you guys are inching closer, though. You guys are in the thick of things, so best of luck the rest of the way with 2 more to go.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to bring in Daryl Thiessen. And Daryl, again, you've been, obviously, you've partook in this competition a few times now. I mean, for you, what does it mean for you to be out there just competing for what's a great cause?
I mean, the cause is great, and just the competition is great. I love getting out there, having fun, competing. It's kind of less pressure on the night like tonight. We have a little more fun, and just, we're driving horses we don't usually drive for the most part, and it's a blast. I love competing.
My favorite part about watching this or being around you guys is that the fellows are all pretty loose. Everybody's competitive, but all pretty loose. I mean, for you, you've been recently obviously applying your trade at Woodbine Mohawk Park. What does it mean to be able to have like a teamster like Phil and just be, be with him in terms of this journey, in terms of, this pursuit tonight?
It's kind of coming full circle. I've always wanted to be on that circuit, and, things are going good there right now, and I'll ride it as long as I can. And just having Phil as a mentor and someone I look up to now to be his teammate, it's awesome, to be honest with you. And represent Western Canada is just a bonus.
I know you like to do a little bit of smack talk, but out of the guys participating tonight, who's the best chirper out there?
Oh, I'd say I'm up there. Austin, Sorry, and me probably caused the most trouble.
Right, well, congratulations, Daryl. 2 more to go, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
All right, Chad, James, have you guys been doing any chirping up there?
Not much yet, no.
I got to say that's a heck of a duster on Daryl right now, though.
Yeah.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, no, and he carries it well. He
carries
sure
it
does.
well.
He
sure
so
does.
The troublemakers are Daryl and Austin. Would you agree with that? Out of that group?
Yeah. Louis.
I was going to say Louis sneaky.
He sneaks those little. He sometimes my English just fair, but he's always
that's going to get him off the hook.
Always digging at the guys, and one of one when it comes to trash talking.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. As we mentioned, we're already well into it. 9 of the 11 races are in the books. Here's what we've got for current standings. So Louis Waugh at 84 points, still a big lead on the southpaw. Phil Hudon, Daryl Thiessen, right there's where Austin Story moves up to 4th after his second win. Then Sammy, Garrett, Paul, and Lauren to wrap things up. But we're not done just yet. We've got 2 more to go, races 10 and 11. We already heard from some of the drivers competing. We're going to meet all of them competing in this year's Holiday Driver Challenge on the other side of the break. Stay with us. welcome back, everybody. Primetime Racing's coverage of the 6th annual Holiday Driver Challenge. Looking forward to that. We still have 2 more races to go. Chad Rosema and James McDonald here, 2-time winner of the Holiday Drivers Challenge. Again, this year a new format, going with the the regions right now. Louis and Sammy looking pretty good, but Western Canada in with a shot, considering they're sitting 2nd and 3rd right now with Phil and Daryl.
I think if Western Canada can get hot, they're right in the thick of this thing. Being a team format, sitting 2nd and 3rd, Sam and Louis can't let off the gas pedal for sure. Now, that being said, we're going into a race where Daryl's scratched, so that's going to hurt.
And Phil scratching the last on a horse that was given a big shot morning line-wise.
For sure, and it looks like Sam and Louis have good chances in this next upcoming race.
All right, time now to meet the entire lineup for this year's Holiday Driver Challenge.
Montjoli, Quebec.
Hi, I'm Louis Philippe Roy, and I'm from Montjoli, Quebec.
I'm Daryl Thiessen. I'm from Elm Creek, Manitoba.
Hi, I'm Paul McKenzie. I'm from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, where Bud the Spud was. Yeah.
How you doing? I'm Phil Houdon, born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, raised in BC, and now in Ontario. I got all the connections. Is that good?
You good with that?
Okay.
Hi, I'm Austin Sorey. I'm from Montague, Prince Edward Island.
Hi, I'm Garrett Rooney from Iona, Ontario, and I'm from Ontario.
Hi, I'm Lauren House. I'm from Dutton, Ontario.
So there we go. That's the lineup of the guys competing. Some that have obviously been in this challenge in the past, and some that obviously know this racetrack very, very well. Some like the back of their hand, really. And who out of that group that you've driven against is the toughest to drive against here specifically? Anybody?
Oh, wow, tough question. First off, that was a perfect representation of all the guys. They're just having fun, and then that's a perfect representation of tonight and this event. And I would say the toughest to race against, maybe Paul McKenzie was tough when I was starting out. He was fair, but he was tough. He wouldn't give much and he wouldn't expect much, but he taught me a lot about racing. And aside from that, Phil's always, when Phil makes his mind up to go, he's going, and he can be tough to race against. All great guys.
Phil's a character too.
He is. He's just, you can see in the video, he's laughing. Everything's fun to Phil, especially in an event like this, and He's the kind of guy gets real upset after a race for about 17 seconds, and then he can laugh it off. So it's great to see Phil having a great day, and hopefully he can keep it rolling.
We were talking earlier tonight, Paul McKenzie, not to age him at all, but I mean, he's been driving since the 70s, and I mean, he's got more than 9,400 career wins. But this year still, and I mean, again, he's been doing this a long time. He's almost at 150 wins already this season.
Yeah,
pretty incredible.
I think they laid off our stats guy.
Okay.
Budget cuts. But I believe he might be the winningest Canadian-based driver ever. 9,400 wins. I know Jody just hit 9,000.
Sylvain hit 10.
Sylvain did hit 10.
Sylvain was 10.
So he's second all-time for Canadian-based drivers that we know of.
Yep.
He's just not slowing down, like you said. 100 and some wins today.
Yeah,
he's unbelievable. So it's good to see him still going as always.
Yeah, no, pretty incredible. And yeah, congratulations to Jody too. Just the other night, hitting 9,000 wins, and he's putting together a great year too. Like, he's had a great year.
9,000. Like someone said to me, they're like, when are you going to get to 9,000? I said, I'll tell you when. Never.
Yeah. What was the milestone? You hit a milestone this year, both money and wins, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just went over 85 million, and then I hit 4,000. 4,000 early in the season.
Yep.
So
Doug's closing in on 5.
Yep.
He's 20 some odd away from that.
Those are big numbers.
Be around the corner.
Especially, Doug, he doesn't race a ton in the winter, doesn't race a ton. We're kind of just sticking to one track now and traveling lots in the summer. So it's hard to put up those big numbers, but 5,000's a lot for a guy his age. And
I was going to say, he hasn't done it a long time.
No, he's still, I think he's just turning 35 here in a couple weeks. So kudos to him. And like you said, Jody, 9,000. Wow.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. This 10th race, by the way, sponsored by Cujo Entertainment. Got to give them a shout-out because all this great coverage that you see brought to you by Cujo Entertainment through Primetime Racing here. And obviously you've got some close ties to some of the team members here.
Yeah. Cujo Entertainment's always been good to me.
Yes.
More
Keeps you
so
employed
now than when we were kids.
Okay.
But Curtis is my big brother, and I just want to give him a shout out because these graphics are on point tonight. I know he takes great pride in making Santa jump across the screen, and all of the great work he does. Always goes undocumented, but everyone in the harness racing industry is lucky to have him. And
100%. I mean, all kidding aside, 100%. Now, a little bit of a joke here is. I would think Mark's not the most generous one of the brothers.
Yeah.
For you?
Well, he did let me live with him during COVID.
There we go.
So, he'll dish it out. He gets in the Christmas
spirit. You just can't turn the
sometimes.
AC on.
No, so he tries to sweat you out of the house. He can be a little tight from time to time. He gets that from our dad, I believe. I know Dad's watching. I saw a comment earlier. So unless he's fallen asleep on the couch, which he's been known to do from time to time,
the patriarch,
he'll be tuning in and supporting Cujo Entertainment and Prime Time Racing.
Yeah, nice to see Pops here at the Breeders' Crown.
Yeah,
always good to chat with.
Yeah, he loves hanging out in the driver's room, seeing the guys and getting them going and filling them in on his knowledge of sports.
Yes, yeah. Well, he put together a book too, right?
Yeah. He's written a couple books now.
Yeah.
He wrote one about Gerard Galland and then one about growing up as a kid in Prince Edward Island. You can probably find them on Amazon if you look close. That's Fred McDonald, capital F.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, don't forget the capital F. Yes, so shout out to Fred and the entire McDonald family. Mark, just teasing you, of course. Wish I saw him more here, honestly. He was a guy I always liked chatting with. And your brother, too, because your brother was an easy interview. Just give him the mic and take it away.
Anthony's a great interview as long as you got the time to do it. But Mark's been grumbling around about slipping back to Ontario to race, so we'll see how that goes.
I heard that about a year ago.
He's talking more about it now again, so it'd be great to have him around here. I know
I wholeheartedly agree.
There isn't one driver I drive with now that doesn't come to me at some point and say, when I was growing up around the track, your brother Mark was my idol and the greatest driver I've ever seen. So
he crushed it for years here, man.
Yeah,
he's had a great career.
We're just dominant on the B tracks and at Mohawk for a long time. So hopefully we'll see him back in the bike soon.
Louis and Sammy look pretty good here again, don't they?
They look like they're going to be hard to beat. Silver Beast draws great. Plus, in a team event like the Rail Horse,
can leave 100.
The Rail Horse leaves good, and he's looking to let you go, remove, or just let you go and follow you. So I think that's a big advantage. I got 164. Probably 1 and 6 will be tough to beat, and they could maybe put a stranglehold on this series. I was going to say
they might wrap it up right here. We'll find out. Race number 10, the penultimate race in this year's Holiday Driver Challenge. At the top of the stretch, here's Sugar Doyle.
Fiat 06, top of the stretch. Picking up speed, here they come. And away they go. Indeed, the lineup, Silver Beast and Jim Sun. Those two, first and second off the car. Silver Beast, a 13-time winner this season. Many of those victories were on the lead. Louis Waugh, his drive for 5, got him on top here. Silver Beast leading with Jim Sun in for the trip again. Traveling up close there with them in third with Street Art, all alone in 4th. Tight lines for Carson, Star Choice, and Hudon. Next to last travels Mickey, Makes Some Speed. It was a sluggish beginning for the 3, the Lone Ranger. Gapped out here, this field of 6, likely a dozen lengths from tip to tail. 28-4 was the quarter mile clocking. Silver Beast is a leading, keeping close tabs on him there in the pocket as Jim Sun. Street Art continuing third. Here comes Carson Star Joyce rolling the dice to travel first up for Hudon. That's a toe up for his barn mate, Mickey, Makes Some Speed. And trailing the field was the Lone Ranger, following up a halftime of 58-4. 30 flat through that second frame. Silver Beast with 3/8 left to go. Traveling a second, Jim Sun. Right lining at a third. Here comes Street Art and Filion. So Team Quebec set to throw down here. Oh, but Silver Beast finds another gear. Silver Beast going quickly up and by 3/4. 127-4. That was 29 flat through the third. Silver Beast leading with Jim Sun chased up in the pocket. Street Art is locking in the Maritimer Austin Sorry. So Filion and Wah are first and second turning for home. Now Jim Sun does find room. He's going to split the Quebecers. Silver Beast almost there. Jim Sun, one last push on the outside. Silver Beast, LPR in for 5. Jim Sun second, Street Art third, well back and forth. The Lone Ranger 1:57-4. Quick mile on the night. Silver Beast did not disappoint. Louis Philippe, wow, what a night for Louis. And he's not done yet.
Louis with his 5th, as Sugar mentioned, just that stranglehold on the competition. Silver Beast, his latest winner. I mean, a logical one. Jim Sun gave him a run late. Didn't work. Sammy tried to help the teammate out. He looked like he wanted to try and assure that Austin wouldn't get out of the pocket, but his horse just couldn't do that. It was a 2-horse race here.
Yeah, someone might need to track down a green suit for Louis because he's looking like the Grinch out there tonight. He's stealing the show. He's put a real damper on this competition. It's like when you watch a hockey game or when you're at a hockey game and you're not backing either team, you're cheering for overtime. Well, this one's over.
Yeah, there's no drama.
There's none.
You know, not the last race. It doesn't look like, but we're still gonna root for it. We're still going to look for it.
Yeah, we're still going to cheer against Louis. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't like how your $100 is looking. That's for sure. And he's got a big shot in the finale, too.
Yeah.
With fire inside my veins. Okay, so 6-4, 1-3 unofficial in race number 10. Louis Wah with his 5th as we head back to the paddock. Here's John Rollis.
Standing alongside Kelly McNiven as well as Brinsley Brickman, and they're going to do some draws here for some gift cards. I guess Brinsley will do the drawing, and let's announce the winners here, Kelly.
All right, so yeah, we have 3 gift certificates up for grabs. We have a $200 keg gift certificate donated by Twinbrook Farms, a $100 Mare Flair gift certificate donated by Arabella Cantor of Mare Flair, and a $100 Brits Custom Creations gift certificate donated by Britt Cullen herself. So we'll draw for the keg gift card first. So the $200 keg gift card goes to Shen Go. So congratulations, Shen. Now we'll do the $100 Mare Flair gift certificate. Our winner is Janet Couch. Congratulations, Janet. And our last one for the $100 Brits Custom Creations is Debbie Williams. So congratulations to all the winners, and thank you again to everybody for their donations.
All right, thanks, guys, and congratulations to all the winners. Chad, James?
Yes, thanks to everybody again with their donations, and congratulations to the draw winners there. The keg gift card, nothing wrong with a night at the keg. Shen Go, an owner that's enjoying his time in the game. I know this year was able to celebrate his 100th win as an owner, like in his career. And he chatted with me in the paddock earlier this season and told me that he and I were young kids running around on my Raceway together.
Well, Chad, that was a while ago. You probably don't remember it.
I didn't remember it.
But, yeah, a night at the keg, can't beat it.
No.
Can't beat
Especially if you're buying.
Especially if someone else is buying.
No, you specifically. Yeah.
No, thanks for all the sponsors.
Yes.
Horsemen are always looking to give back, especially around Christmas time. It's, like we keep saying over and over again, it's a great cause, a great day, and great job by Kelly McNiven.
Team Waxman with Silver Beast. We see Isaac and Tess out there. 14th win of the season, 35th of his career. Gives Louis Wah his 5th in the Holiday Drivers Challenge. We've got one more to go. Maybe we won't have the dramatics, but we've still got a great race to close things out on what's been a fantastic night. More coverage coming your way here on Primetime Racing. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Primetime Racing's coverage of the Holiday Driver Challenge, contested right here at the Raceway, Western Fair in London, Ontario. Here are the payouts from race number 10. It's gone official, so 6-4-1-3. It was Silver Beast, able to go wire to wire, 260, heavily favored there, and then 210, 480 for the exacta, superfecta 2370. If you had that 6-4-1-3 combination. Louis Waugh with his 5th of the night. His teammate Sammy Filion getting in on the action there as well. Finishing in the top 3, Austin Sorey rounding out that exacta. And here's a look at the current standings. And, well, I don't think we have much to say there as far as, you know.
It's a beatdown in
yeah.
London town.
Now, will Louis remind people about this for a while?
Yeah, like every day for 1 year.
For 1 year, yeah, with that broken English of his.
Yeah, his English will be much better when I go to the paddock to see him after, I guarantee it.
Yeah. Did you see me win my 5th and maybe 6th? Because he does have a good shot in the finale as well. Austin Sorey taking over 2nd, so Austin getting into the mix as well. Then Phil Hudon still there with his teammate Daryl Thing. So Louis 98, Sammy 50. 148 points for Team Quebec's looking pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. I think it is pretty good. But the Maritime team, who you obviously are supportive of, a couple of great guys in Austin Sorey and Paul McKenzie. Well, we're going to hear a little more from these characters, including one that Daryl Thiessen said is a bit of a troublemaker in there, John.
Yes, standing alongside a couple of members of Team Maritime's Paul McKenzie as well as Austin Sorey. And Paul, I mean, you've been a part of these competitions a handful of times. Just how much fun is it always to participate in this?
Yeah, it's great fun because, I mean, it's a good charity drive and it's good for everybody. And we all have a good fun driving against each other and making a few laughs and parking each other and doing a few things like that. It's all good fun, yeah.
It really is good fun, and we have a couple of side wagers as well as some competitions. James McDonald and J.R. Plan, obviously, with the side wager versus in favor of Team Quebec versus Team Maritimes. I know so far J.R. Plan's got a little bit of the edge. I mean, what do you got to say to James for that if you don't get the job done in race number 11?
Well, James, we give all we could give, but I mean, sometimes we just need you, I guess, around them golden hands of yours. But it's all good fun. Thanks.
All right, Paul, look forward to watching you in the finale, and I'll always look forward to seeing you here as well.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Bye.
We're going to bring in Austin Sorey. And Austin, you've been a pretty busy guy, obviously traveling to Europe to participate in some big-time harness racing events, and now here you are participating in Toys for Todd. I mean, what's the last couple of weeks been like for you, or the last few weeks?
It's been really busy, flying back and forth. I was in Edmonton 2 weeks prior going to Paris, so it was pretty busy.
You know, obviously just watching everybody have a lot of fun. Your partner here, I mean, Paul McKenzie, he just absolutely loves to have fun. Always a guy with a smile on his face. Regardless of where you finish in the standings, so how cool is it to kind of share the spotlight with him?
It's pretty good. We like to joke with Paul a lot, hide his boots, his suit, and just play jokes on him. He takes it pretty good.
Yeah, Christmas time coming up in a few weeks now. Anything in particular that's on your wish list at least?
No, I think I got everything covered so far this year, so.
All right, so you're having a heck of a competition, Austin. Having a heck of a year as well. Congratulations on your success, and just have fun in the finale.
Thank you very much.
All right, there's the Team Maritimes, Chad and James. I mean, said they could use one of you guys, but Austin Sorey and Paul McKenzie seem to be pretty much holding their own as well.
Yeah, maybe one of us, not me. I know they don't want me out there helping them out, not with the, so-called golden hands that you've got there. I mean, they don't seem too bad that you're going to lose 100.
No, it doesn't seem to bother them at all, actually.
No.
I did notice that. That didn't go unnoticed. But, no, I think I would like to see you out there, Chad. I'd like to see what you got.
Yeah.
Not too late to start.
Yeah, no, I jogged horses one day out at Cullens, and they purposely put me on a very slow one. And they don't have many slow ones.
No, they got
any.
They got a good team there.
Yeah. Well, that's what they trusted me with. Was a very slow one.
I think Chantal would like to cheer you on the track.
Yeah.
I think she'd be kicking you out the door to get out there.
Yeah, if there's money involved, she certainly would like me to. So I know you're going to be out 100. That's great. Appreciate you doing that bet with them. But now your brother Mark, you won't be able to get him anything for his birthday. Understands his birthday.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we forgot to mention it earlier, but yeah, it's his birthday, and that was the 100 I'd allotted for his present.
Yeah.
So
next year.
Next year is going to have to be extra good.
Yeah. Favorite holiday movie?
I love Home Alone. I always loved Home Alone when I was a kid.
1 and 2, or just the original?
1 and 2 mostly.
Yep.
But I love every Christmas now. I watch it with my son Griffin.
Yep.
And I laugh, and he gets like in hysterics laughing at me laughing.
Yep.
So it's fun. We haven't watched it yet this season. We've talked about it
Timeless
a couple
classic.
times. But yeah, it's just it never gets old, and it's a must see movie for around Christmas time.
I'm a Christmas fanatic, as you can tell. So it's always been big for me as a kid. Always been big with me on my boys, my family. A Christmas Story, though, easily my all-time favorite. Have you shown Griffin that one yet? Christmas Story.
I
the
haven't.
Kid wants the BB gun.
Yeah, no, he's probably seen it. I haven't watched it with him, but maybe we'll add it to the list.
Yeah,
this year,
I think every father and son needs to watch that together.
All right,
Yeah.
well, we'll fire it up this year.
Yeah, no, that is a fantastic one. Okay, we've got one more. Although the competition, perhaps in the books here, as we know, with Louis Waugh and Sammy Filion looking pretty good with Team Quebec. We still have one more dash to go. A field of 8 down to 7 with the scratch of the one sizzling hot Herbie. Just like, Darryl sitting on the sidelines in the latest, you'd rather be out there probably, and now Phil's going to have to sit from the sidelines and watch this. For you, I mean, I know you like doing this. You've done this the last couple of years, but you've been in this. But when you're here, does it make you want to be like, kind of wish I was out there?
When the weather's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been up here when it's been muddy, and I'm like, I'm so glad I'm up here and not out there.
Mm-hmm.
But being in the competition, having gone through it so many times, Phil right now, as we speak, is heckling the other boys because he's for sure on his way for a cold beverage.
Yeah,
and
he is. He's going to get a head start.
The others got another 20, 30 minutes to wait, or 10, 15 minutes, whatever it might be. And that right now is a big talking point.
Yeah, and does winning team have to buy as well? Is that maybe part of it?
I think they should. I think they should. But
never too late to start that tradition.
That's right. That is a good tradition. I think it should be that way. But if you're in the London area, you must stop by Western Fair. Check out the races. We got one more great race. It's always a fun time for the family. The dining room, you were up there today. You said it was amazing.
It was
Food
awesome.
Was great.
I haven't been. I'll be honest. I haven't been here since I was a kid. I used to come years ago, and Actually, I loved the fries and gravy here, but I got a bit of an upgrade here tonight up with the buffet. It's fantastic. They do such a great job. Good friend of ours, Greg Blanchard, who obviously you know well, so do I. Used to be a colleague of mine. They do a great job, Amy O'Toole and the whole team here, and what they've done with this Holiday Driver Challenge and organizing it, and along with Kelly McNiven to help get it to where it is, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And I think earlier tonight they did a check presentation of $12,000. So already coming into this year, they were at like $50,000 they've raised, and that just goes a long way, obviously, for families in need.
Absolutely, and I think Greg had mentioned it was a new record. 12,000 was the most raised. So that's kudos to everyone that donated toys for the kids, donated, like you said, cash. It's a great cause, and I think after tonight, fries with gravy will be mandatory cheese curds added.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're on track today, you must have cheese curds on the fries with gravy.
Yep, 100%. Canadian tradition, too. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Canadian tradition. So we're going to close the night out with a group of trotters in this one. The finale at the Raceway is going to be a super high five wagering event, so you can do that. Louis Waugh obviously looking pretty good here with Fire Inside My Veins. Randy Marriage, are you familiar with any of these ones? Well, you drove that horse, actually.
Yeah.
Fire Inside My Veins back in October.
Yep. Yeah, nice horse. Horse. Actually, I believe I was talking to you before. I am quite familiar with Nevermind.
Oh, Nevermind. Yeah. What was the interesting tidbit there with Nevermind?
Well, fun fact.
Okay.
Fun fact. It was 3 years ago, a couple days ago, I think it was December 5th, 2022, I set the all-time record at Mohawk for most wins on a card and won 8 of 10. And the very last win was on a horse called Nevermind N, the 6th horse in this race, and it was paddocked by my now wife, Paige McDonald.
Nice. See? It was meant to be.
It was meant to be, yeah.
Yeah. Whose record did you beat? Christopher had 7, didn't he?
Christopher had 7, and there was talks of, I think Randy might have done it once.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll have to fact check with Randy. It's an old record now because there's a new one. But it was for sure Chris Christoforou. Not 100% sure if it was tied. It might have just been Chris.
So have you been the one putting in the request to the race office at Mohawk to only card 8 races a night?
No,
you've been requesting that.
No,
so that record actually can't get broke.
Actually, 9 max, just to be safe.
Yeah.
At least until I'm long gone and retired. But it's always a fun memory when it pops up. It was a cool night, and so I'm back in Nevermind in here just for just because.
For the folks tuning in who maybe don't know, maybe you're just a casual fan. The guy to my right. Obviously, he's been the leading driver, here in Canada on the WEG circuit for 4 straight years, now 5. You're going to wrap up another driving title. You're in search of what would be a record-setting win if you could. I know the O'Brien Award finalists are going to be coming out here shortly. You're obviously going to be a finalist, but you're going to try and win your 5th consecutive. When you look back at your year, maybe not quite the numbers you had last year, but they were still good enough to lead the way and by a pretty good margin. But on top of that, just some of the highlights, especially another World Driving Championship that you just recently earned in New Zealand.
Yeah, I mean, when you travel across the world, you just hope to go over and represent your country and just not make a fool of yourself. But that trip to New Zealand was just so fun, and to be able to cap it off with a win and be the second time being the World Driving Champion was pretty cool. But Chad, I love coming to these charity events. I love working with you. I heard Curtis told me, he said you wouldn't come unless you were working with me. So
that's what I said.
So that actually meant quite a bit to me.
It did. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll get you to pay for my valet. Yeah, you don't know that yet, but yeah. So 4-time Keith Waples Driver of the Year, in search of your 5th in a row. Nobody's ever done that. And another fun fact: this year's O'Brien Awards are going to be hosted right here this year.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, London. So
it'll be interesting to see. I know, like you said, we've talked about it all night. The job Greg Blanchard and Western Fair does. So I expect a absolute top of the line venue, an absolute top of the line event. So I can't wait to hopefully get nominated and hopefully be a part of it.
Who's going to blast out of here, do you think?
When you get the hot hands like Louis, you go. Right now he feels like he can win with anything, and I'm not convinced he can't. So I'd say Louis goes. Nevermind used to be a little bumpy in the turns. I don't know. This is first time back on a half-mile track coming from Rideau Carleton. Probably have to be a little cautious with him, although he does show a lot of ones on his card. I had picked 548 with Lauren House's own horse, The Great Reset. Been a good horse for him for a lot of years, 206,000, just a 5-year-old.
He was an award winner here a couple of years ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe he was. Maybe 3-year-old Trotting Colt of the Year, I think, when he was here. Yeah, and then our Royal Port, it's too bad he drew on the trail because he does have some gate speed.
Maybe one you've probably sat behind.
Yep, drove him a few times.
One time, Shane Weber.
Yep, and a very good half-miler, too. So he's a bit of a stale date, could not race since November 20th, and 8 holes tough, but if anyone can get it done, it's Austin. Win a lot, sorry.
Okay, all right. James looking for maybe a little more maritime success. Louis Waugh looking to keep that hot streak going. He's got 5 of the 10, looking to make it a cool half dozen. He's got Fire Inside My Veins. It's the final race of Primetime Racing's coverage of the Holiday Driver Challenge here at the Raceway at Western Fair.
Yearling sale, here they come. And away they go. First to show, Fire Inside My Veins. The Stallion son of Muscle Mass went out in search of the lead. He found it early. Fire Inside My Veins to the top. Spun from Magic away in second. Monteverde is trotting from third. Midfield fourth for the Chestnut. That is the Great Reset in house. Fifth best along the inside, our Royal Port came ahead of Nevermind. The earliest trailer was Forbidden Treasure. A single file, 28-1 heater for this trotter. Fire Inside My Veins. He is fired up indeed tonight. The lead is 2 full lengths for Waugh. Spun from Magic, big long shot player is sitting second, continuing third. Monteverde, the Great Reset. He is peaking to the outside and fourth. Fifth best still for our Royal Port. Then came Nevermind and Forbidden Treasure. Halftime leader striding out here like he owns the place. Fire Inside My Veins. Put up the half at a nifty 57-3. And just like that, on top by 5, make it 6 expanding lengths. Fire Inside My Veins, going for it right here, right now. He's got them onto the backside final time. The Great Reset pushing on for second. Breaker in the backfield. Nevermind has jumped it off. Up and by 3/4. Here it is for Fire Inside My Veins. 127 flat. 29-2 speed through the third. Fire Inside My Veins still holding by 5 open lengths. Under urging second, Monteverde. On to take third was our Royal Port. The Great Reset going to go wide for the drive home. This is Fire Inside My Veins, and Louis is going to put an exclamation mark on his big night in the Drivers' Holiday Challenge for Toys for Tots. The 6-pack for LPR, a winner by 5. Monteverde second, our Royal Port, then the Great Reset, Forbidden Treasure, spun from Magic and Nevermind, 159-1.
Well, Louis just adds insult to injury, I guess. He might not be invited back. But a little fist bump there from the Maritimer.
No, I think he's banned. He will no longer welcome in London, and he has just put on a show for the fans tonight. He's been dominant. No snuggie needed for Louis. He just said, down the road, as far and as fast as you can go, catch me if you can.
Yeah. Even though coming home at 32-1 didn't matter, he had tired them all out in here. Yeah, just what a display by Louis, and well representing, obviously, Team Quebec here. His 6th win of the night. Just absolutely domination in the 6th edition of the Holiday Driver Challenge. Fire Inside My Veins over the 2 Monteverde. And Braidon Royal Port for the Great Reset, 5-2-8-4 unofficial here in the finale. Now, is there maybe something you can do with J.R. Plant to go double or nothing?
Probably,
yeah.
JR is a gambler. He likes to play poker.
That's right.
And he's a good sport, so he'll be trash talking probably more than these guys tonight. But you know, maybe I can talk him into just a donation to charity. Maybe
there we go.
Maybe that'd be better than giving it to him. Make me feel better about it anyway.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good idea. And if you say it on the air here, then he's got no choice but to allow that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That was the plan.
Yeah. Either that, JR, or take the 100 from him and make him match the 100 to another. You know, but yeah, coming back to the winner's circle here, what a night it's been. You know, I know we got to take this in. Started out fast and wrapped up fast too. John Rallis out there, we saw he dressed up with the Santa hat, which is good. He's into the festive spirit, and you know, Louis Waugh must be feeling like Santa Claus now, I think, because I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. All right, here's John Rallis with winning driver Louis Waugh. All right, we'll hear from Louis, maybe here momentarily, perhaps. Maybe Nathan Bain will be able to grab us some coverage, perhaps. Probably always nice, especially if you're going to go on and win this challenge, to be able to win your last race, too.
Yeah, it's always fun
You know?
ending up in the winner's circle, because if you don't, you got to walk back.
Yeah, true.
And it's a pain in the butt, because you got to go under the tunnel, and then and us horse drivers, you know, Louis' small guy, but he's probably like me. He's a little lazy, too.
yeah, true. Yeah, that's why he takes that shortest route and the fastest route in behind these horses. Randy Marriage for Gary Lance, you know, good buddy, you know, that I like seeing around the track as well. So Fire Inside My Veins and 59-1 gets his 16th career score, 6th of the year. You can see Greg Blanchard with the congratulations to Team Quebec, and Nathan Bain is standing by as well, ready to speak and catch up with the winning team.
With Louis and Sam. Take it away, Nathan.
All right, thank you, Sugar. And Team Quebec, quite a night here in the Drivers' Holiday Challenge. Louis Philippe Waugh, just an outstanding night. You love London tonight, don't you?
Yeah, well, when you get good horse to drive, I think every time I got on the track, I look at the board and I was always like 5-2, 3-1, or whatever. So in a tournament like this, it's a big help at first.
And just talk about what it means to win this here with Sam Filion. I know you had some kind words to say about him earlier, and you guys have a good friendship as well. So this has just got to be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. You know, coming here, I was wishing I would come here with Sylvain. I was stuck with Samuel, so still, just joking. But no, it was definitely Sam. Is like a brother for me. So, like I said earlier, I wish we could race every night together. So to team up here tonight was a real pleasure for me.
Well, congratulations, and great to have you here with us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Louis Philippe along with Sam Filion. And Sam, a lot of nice words Louis said about you. And how much have you looked up to Louis over your career?
Well, like Louis said, it's more like family. Like I started racing, and he was like my big brother. And if I need to ask somebody a question or somebody, I'm gonna ask him all the time. So it was, you know, just like he said, it's more like family, brothers things, and I'm glad like he's helping me like he does.
And this is kind of your stomping grounds here in London. You've been a regular here for quite some time, and how much more does that make you feel comfortable being that you get to drive in London on a regular basis?
Well, I think a day like today, when a driver like Louis come up here and then does that, it just shows you, then you get to learn more, and then I'm up to do it, right?
Well, congratulations, Sam, and I know this means a lot to you. Team Quebec dominating here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Sam Filion, Louis Philippe Waugh, congratulations. We'll get Amy O'Toole and Greg Blanchard in here for a picture with the winning trophy.
Right on. Wonderful job all night.
And there is that customary photo with the winning trophy that they're going to have to share in here. So their names will get etched into there, joining you on there a couple of times. And we'll look forward to that next year. And you know what? I'm curious to see what Greg Blanchard and his team decide to come up with for a format next season.
Yeah, like we said, they'll come up with something fun for sure. I just want to touch on what Sam said, and that's just such a perfect attitude. I know myself, when I was driving, I used to watch Jody and my brother Mark like a hawk, and sometimes they'd come over to Flamborough and just put on a show like that, and you get to see what it's like to see someone so great. Louis is one of the best drivers in the world. He's unbelievable. He carries a horse forever, and And, you know, he obviously had a great lineup. You need that in these competitions, but he's a special guy. And Sam saying that he watched him and get to see how great he is up close and personal, it's not going to do anything but help these younger drivers and just help them develop into the best they can be.
Yeah, and Sam, you know, Sam's got such a huge future, obviously, in this game. You know, just getting better and better, and just every year seems to be a career year, and I think he's one that we're going to see at the top circuit probably in the near future. So here are the final standings of the 6th annual Holiday Driver Challenge in support of Toys for Tots, hosted right here at the Raceway at Western Fair. Louis Waugh, 112.6 wins, just pure domination by Monsieur Waugh. Austin Sorey, part of that Maritime team, finishing second with Phil Hudon. A good showing from Phil. You know, considering, you know, didn't manage to get a win, he was always in the thick of it. So Phil doing a great job with his opportunities. His teammate Daryl Thiessen in there, and Paul McKenzie, Sammy Filion, Garrett Rooney, and Lauren House for the team. So it's been a lot of fun. Appreciate you being around here. Again, James, I'll see you at the track.
Always a pleasure, Chad. Thanks for having me, and thanks for carrying me along all night.
For Cujo Entertainment, headlined by the leader, Curtis McDonald, and the rest of his great crew. For John Rallis, James McDonald, I'm Chad Rosema saying thanks for joining us. Happy holidays. We look forward to seeing everybody in 2026, and we wish everyone a healthy holiday season and a prosperous new year. Thanks for watching Primetime Racing this season. Can't wait to be part of your schedule next year as well. Félicitations to Team Quebec, Louis Waugh and Samuel Filion. Domination in the 6th annual Holiday Drivers Challenge in support for Toys for Tots. Good night, everybody.